Hey everyone, I thought I was done with the Acolyte episode 5 after I did my review, but I couldn't stop thinking about this one golden scene in that episode. And I stumbled across the scene as a repeating GIF on Adam Plavik. I think that's how you say his last name, Plavik's X site, X channel, whatever, Twitter channel. And he's with a group called Heroes Reforged on YouTube, so you can check them out as well. They do reviews and commentary. But he had this GIF playing of just this one part of the scene, which was just made of gold. And I loved it the moment I saw it, and I wanted to talk more deeply about it, but it didn't really fit into the overall review. But I don't know. I got to talk about it. So watch Manny as he moves, the way he glides around. You could tell that this is clearly rehearsed. They've practiced this scene. They've gone through the steps, but you can tell he is not holding back. You see the tension in his body. You see his muscles tensing. You see how he strikes, and he's got force behind it. And he is blocking, and he is parrying, and he is thrusting. He clearly has actually trained in sword fighting in order to pull off the saber duel, which is something you don't always see with a lot of these Star Wars series. They do more of it for the films themselves to make sure that the actors really can pull off kind of a trademark lightsaber duel. But if you just watch how the lightsaber hits the helmet, which is clearly made of that Mandalorian metal that kind of shorts out the crystal in the hilt of the lightsaber. And you can just see it kind of fizzle out. You can see him block with the gauntlet on his arm that's clearly made of that same metal. And he knows how to block. He knows how to fight. He knows how to use every part of his body. And you see that in action. And that is gold in any of these scenes. I mean, if there's one thing a Star Wars story has to get right, it is the lightsaber duel. So while parts of this story might be weak, some of the character development is light, shall we say? And maybe some of the cause and effects that we see in play don't always maybe pan out or don't always make sense based on what we've seen to date. The one thing they absolutely get right is the fighting. Whoever is the choreographer does an amazing job. The FX team does an amazing job. And I have to give them props on this. This really is the golden scene of episode 5 of The Acolyte. Just watch how they move. It's amazing. If there's nothing else that we get from this series, and there are actually other things that we're going to get from this series, I'm sure, but if there's nothing else that we get, we're going to get the beginnings of a Sith Lord who knows how to fight and knows how to survive and is compelling. And I think that that is something worth acknowledging and celebrating, because we haven't actually seen that in any of these Star Wars series or movies. The closest we got was with Anakin, but he trained as a Jedi, not as a Sith. He didn't embrace the dark powers. We didn't get into that side of things. And I do hope that the next episodes, and there aren't that many left in the series, really dive into who he is, how he got here, and what that means for the future. So this really might be the beginning of seeing a Darth whoever emerge. And it might even be the beginnings of Snoke. Who knows? We don't know what Chimera is, and we don't know who he's going to become and what that's going to mean to the rest of the Force. And I know there are a lot of people who aren't going to agree with me and that they've kind of written off the series. But I do think that we need to hear the positives as well as the negatives, and we need to talk about them, and we need Disney to hear about them as well, because it's really important for the creators to know when they get it right and when we get the things that we want to see, so that they keep producing those things for us. And That's why I want to hear what you have to say. Positive, negative, critical, whatever. I don't care. I want to hear your thoughts specifically on the scene rather than the whole story. We can talk about that in other reviews. But what did you think about the fight scene? What did you think about the moves, the graphics, the effects, all of that? In my book, I say, yes, this is the minimum of what I would expect. And so I'm really glad they delivered it because they haven't always done that. So let me know what you think, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, whether you agree with this Acolyte is a great series or not. What did you think about this scene? What did you think about the fighting? Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you like it, and also subscribe for more videos because there definitely are more coming. All right, everybody, thanks so much for listening, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.